Preeclampsia is defined as the hypertension of at least 140/90 recorded at two different occasions 4 hours apart with the 300 mg of the urinary protein found in a 24-hour urine sample after the 20th week of gestation in a previously normotensive patient, which resolves completely in the 6th postpartum week. Normally, during the pregnancy, the placenta is invaded by the cytoplasm within the two waves of the invasion. The first wave occurs in the first trimester and the second one occurs in the second trimester, which converts the muscular spiral arteries into the wide mouth sinusoids, which converts the high pressure flow system to a low pressure flow system to meet the needs of the fetus and the placenta. In the preeclampsia, the second wave of trophoblastic invasion is not there, which leads to the restricted placental blood flow, and the vessels remain sensitive to the vasomotor stimuli. Due to the tubular dysfunction and the glomerular lesions like the glomerular endotheliosis, which causes the loss of the negative charges of the glomerular basement membranes, the proteinuria and the hypoalbuminemia occurs, which leads to the generalized edema, ascites, pleural effusion, pulmonary or the cerebral laryngeal edema. The preeclampsia also affects the liver, causing the endothelial damage, coagulation system activation, and the vasoconstriction of the periporter and the subcapsular arteries, leading to the Glisson capsule stretching due to the subcapsular hemorrhage, which in the end leads to the liver rupture, and the patient presents with the epigastric pain, tenderness, when the vomiting. If the blood loss is very severe, the patient may present in shock. HELLP syndrome is also associated with the preeclampsia. In the HELLP syndrome, H represents hemolysis, EL represents elevated liver enzymes, LP represents the low platelet count. The patient represents with the same symptoms of the epigastric pain, nausea, vomiting, visual disturbance, and a hypochondrial pain. Correcting the coagulation disorders, assessing the fetus for the urgent delivery, and giving the steroids if the baby is premature is the management of the HELLP syndrome. Nervous system is not affected with the preeclampsia, but if the preeclampsia progresses to the eclampsia, which causes the intense vasoconstriction of the cerebral arteries, this would lead to the cerebral edema. If the patient is not treated within the time, then the hematological system also gets affected due to the widespread endothelial damage, leading to the coagulation system and the fibrinolytic system activation, and hence the disseminated intravascular coagulation or the microangiopathic hemolysis. On examination, the patient is checked for the radiofemoral delay to rule out the coaction of aorta, central lobecity moon phase stria for the Cushing syndrome, renal bruit for the renal artery stenosis, hyperreflexia and clonus, epigastric tenderness for the liver involvement, hyperreflexia and clonus for the CNS system. For assessing the fetus, fetal CTG and ultrasound is done, and for the maternal investigation, the baseline investigation are done along with the coagulation profile, blood film, and the proteinuria. For proteinuria, dipstick test and the PCR, also known as the protein creatinine ratio, is carried out. If the dipstick test is positive, then the urine sensitivity test is done. If it's positive, then the patient have UTI, and if the urine sensitivity test gets negative, it means that the patient has preeclampsia. The management of the hypertension in pregnancy depends upon the type of hypertension that the patient presents with. If the patient is presenting with a pregnancy-induced hypertension, then the patient is stabilized by giving the emergency antihypertensive including the hydralazine, methyl-dopa, or labetalol. If this fails, then sodium nitroprusside or nitroglycine is given. If this also fails, then nifedipine is given. Once the acute hypertension is treated, then the patient is treated as an outpatient along with the methyl-dopa. The preeclamptic patient also requires the treatment of the acute hypertension and plan to deliver the patient as soon as possible. Such patients are admitted and they are monitored regularly for their blood pressure, proteinuria, CTG, urinary proteins, uric acid, urea, creatinine, LFTs, coagulation profile, and the fetal growth charts. If you like our videos, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, click the bell icon to get the latest updates. You can also follow us on the Facebook at Dr. Sain's official page. Thank you for watching.